Open your ears and lube up your butthole. It's time for the What Do We Call It podcast. Now, here's your host. It's Jmann. Welcome to the What Do We Call It podcast. I'm Jmann.
And I'm number one fan, Tim.
Hi.
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 Let me ask you something.
What's that?
When's the last time you went to go buy pants?
For me?
Yeah.
Ooh, a couple of years.
Yeah.
Usually the missus likes to go do it.
Can I just tell you that being a guy these days who's not in his teens or early 20s and trying to buy pants is torturous?
Torturous? How so?
They don't make pants for guys with leg muscles anymore. All they make is that baggy, slim, skinny leg bullshit.
Oh, yeah. The, what's that? The hipster, the millennial, or the douchebag? I can't remember.
It's all of the above.
It's all the above.
It's all the above. So. All right. When I was in my teens, baggy was the trend. You had leg room.
Mm-hmm, yep.
You knew that these were boys' pants. You were never convinced maybe somebody's wearing a pair of girls' jeans unless they were so tight that it looked like his nuts were dying.
Yeah, it was, and sagging too. Well, either that or it was they wore the extra long ones, like that were too long. Like if you're a 30 inseam, they were like a 34, so it like bunched up down at the foot.
Uh-huh.
That was popular.
So I was a proponent of Levi's wide leg or L2 or Jinkos. You probably never wore any of the above.
No, I usually wore like Merona or, kind of the cheaper brands. And it was usually, I got the Husky ones because, the wide leg room, I liked it.
Yeah. My mom would continually buy me pants at my request. And at about age 15, I had to stop her from buying my pants for me anymore because she would buy them and they'd fit really awesome the first time. And then I'd wash them and then they'd be all fucking tight.
Ah, because they shrank, yeah.
Well, that and I was apparently out of shape and eating too much sugar.
Okay.
If I really had paid attention to what was going on with my body, I would have noticed, holy shit, you're getting to be a fat fuck.
Okay, I can't recall any time in my past where I looked at you and was like, wow, what a fat fuck.
I had a gut. It happened. And it all came to a head one day when my friend Matt that I worked with at Target walked up. He's like, hey, fatty. I'm like, what are you... Son of a bitch! When did that happen?
Yeah, that kind of happened to me a few, 8-9 years ago when I lost my job and I was driving that semi.
Mm-hmm.
And when I lost my job, I was weighing in at like 183. And I started driving the semi. Well, obviously you're doing a lot of sitting because all you're doing is driving. And about 9 months into it, like, I go running up the stairs from my basement and I'm winded. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm winded? Jesus. I mean, then, so I went and stood on a scale and I was at like 212. I'm like, what the fuck?
Did you cry?
No.
Did you go eat your feelings?
No, I didn't. All I just like, well, sitting on my ass a lot driving a semi, I got to try to do something, So I just kind of changed what I ate a little bit.
If you're a trucker, you can burn calories jerking off while you're driving.
You have to have a sleeper cab for that, and I didn't have a sleeper cab.
For jerking off? Why? You're so much higher above the other vehicles. Nobody.
Oh,
can
you mean while
sleep.
driving? No.
Yes, while driving. It's
Sorry,
called multitasking.
I didn't catch that. No. Didn't try it. That didn't keep me, though. Like, I had a laptop. I bring my laptop with me once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And there was some porn in there.
Yeah.
So, but again, I didn't have enough privacy. What I consider enough privacy.
It's frustrating.
Well, my favorite pair of pants is a pair of Old Navy chinos I got like 6 or 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They're khakis. And they're relaxed / loose fitting. Good luck finding that shit anymore.
Loose fit isn't loose fit?
Loose fit is almost non-existent now. The skinny-legged skater queers have ruined it for everybody with their girl pant requirements.
That is to interrupt. That is the faggiest look I've ever seen. You got the skin-tight jeans, not just like at your thighs, but all the way the fuck down to your ankles.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're wearing those like half sandal, half shoe fucking things. You know what I'm talking about? They're like the slip-ons that you used to get when you were 10 because you didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And then they're wearing the like weird corduroy jackets and a scarf.
Yeah, I pretty much want to punch most kids in their teens right in the face for dressing so retarded.
Well, I haven't seen it so much in teens. I'm seeing it more, well, some teens, but I'm seeing it more like the early 20s, like the hipster college people.
Assholes. Thanks for fucking ruining it for us. Those of us that actually have, dad bods or work out. There's a reason that when you see like bodybuilders, they almost exclusively wear gym or sweat shorts all the time.
That's all that fits them.
That's all that fits them, which requires them to then carry fanny packs.
Yeah, not a good look.
And honestly, in terms of when I went looking for pants, the first place I went was Walmart because I was there. I'm like, I should see if they have something on clearance. And I found these pair of khakis, and they look like they would fit. They weren't, and this is the worst thing I noticed when I was looking. They have pants with elastic cuffs at the bottom now for grown men.
What the hell? That's supposed to be for sweatpants.
No shit. These are khakis and jeans.
Wow, that's changed in a couple of years.
And when I looked at the khakis, they looked fine. They felt a little weird, the fabric, but it said flex fabric, moves with you.
Oh, yeah, I got a coworker who buys work pants like that. He says they're awesome.
They're not. They're the opposite of awesome. Because
Well,
I came home and put them on, and I'm like, what the fuck? I put them on, and I felt like I was wearing pants that were 2 sizes too small. And these were my exact same regular 34-30 size. Stretch fabric. I felt like I was wearing girl pants.
Okay, so yeah, maybe it's not all what he says it is. He really likes them.
No, I returned them the next day. I put them on. I took them right off. I put them back in the bag. And I said, girls, we have to go back to Walmart tomorrow. Why? Because I have to return these pants. Why? Because they're faggy. Okay.
They don't look like a bundle of sticks.
Right. Yeah, they don't get that reference. So then I went to Target. And it was worse.
Oh, of course it's gonna be. That's like a millennial store.
And it was slim and classic fit. That's where I saw the cuff-legged
Classic
pants.
fit?
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Well,
Buddy
maybe
Holly
it means
fit.
it's supposed to be more of what we're used to, slightly
No.
larger than your
No.
leg. No?
No.
Huh.
As in backwood men were just men and they didn't work out much and their pants just fit them. Here's the question I want to pose to these kids that are all about skinny jeans and flex fabric and all this shit. How fast, if a girl wants to fuck you, can you get those stupid pants off?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah, you got to roll them off. And then they're inside out. And then what if her dad walks in?
Guess who's jumping out the window without their pants?
Yeah, you can't be like, and you quick throw them back on and they're fucking inside out and you look like a retard. I've been caught fucking by a girl's father before. He was at the top of the stairs. We were down 20 steps and then across a room on her bed. And I just shoved off her and slipped back into my pants and quickly and quietly did my belt and threw my shirt back on. And he was in the kitchen quickly. Well, she quickly put her clothes back on. You can't do that with skinny jeans. You're hopping all over fuck to get them back on.
Yeah, you gotta squeeze your ass into them. So when you said she caught you, or he caught you, like, did he see you? Or did you just, oh shit, he's at the top of the stairs, let's get dressed?
He came in the door, was like, hello, what's going on? You home?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh shit. He probably heard me say, oh shit. That same guy took his wife to a car show because he was a car guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he called home to see what we were up to. And apparently she was talking to her mom, and in the background, the dad's like, you know what they're doing, don't you? And when she told me that, I'm like, that's hilarious that he thinks we're having sex.
We're not having
for
sex.
the first time. We've been having sex for months. Would you just tell your dad I stole your virginity?
You ever seen that show, Shameless? Oh, shit, dude. You got to watch that. That's great. One of the episodes I was watching last night, the religious-y father wanted his daughter to do a rededication ceremony.
Of what, her vagina?
Of her virginity, yes. And she was supposed to get into a room of, other fathers and daughters and confess her sins and then be reborn to virginity in the eyes of Jesus.
That sounds like it is one step away from an eyes wide shut ancestral key party.
Yeah, that's what, when I first saw this, watching it, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Why are the dads there? Aren't they supposed to go into a separate room, like a confessional booth or whatever, and do this in private? But these girls stand up one at a time, and one's like, I touched a penis. It was just the one time. But I touched it because if I didn't, I was going to get hit with a hammer. And the dad's just like, you're tramp or whatever. She's like, I was going to get hit with a hammer. And, you know, they get all the way around him, and they get this one girl, Karen, who's one of the main characters. And she's like, well, I was having sex, giving blowjobs by the time I was 12. And then, you know, the 6th or 7th time I had sex, it didn't really hurt anymore. It really felt good. And she's just listing all this shit off. And the dad looks up and is like, you're a whore. And she just takes off running. And goddamn, that's fucking funny.
You know, that same guy that I'm talking about, that dad of that girlfriend, he used to wear shorts. I've always worn really long shorts that go below my knee. He wore
That's what
like
you're supposed to wear.
Fucking John McEnroe style high shorts.
Oh,
like khaki shorts. And then he wore tighty whities.
Like Richard Simmons shorts?
They were actual fabric khaki shorts, but they were about that length only. And then he'd wear like high knee socks with tennis shoes. It was not a good look.
No, that's not a good look. That's what an 80-year-old person wears when they don't care anymore.
Yeah, he was like underneath his truck one time working on the suspension. And I walked up, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And then I just looked, I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. There's his fucking junk in his tighty whities poking out of the leg. I wish I could look away, but oh, God. Oh, God.
My eyes are blind.
Yeah, it's not a good look. You should wear manly shorts. And now there's these fashion articles on Yahoo like, shorts that are below the knee are so out of fashion and you should never wear plaid styles anymore. That is so 3 years ago. Who wrote this? Who wrote this article? Is he 23 and he guzzles cum like it's going out of style?
I would say so, yes.
He's got a fucking pearly white Hawaiian punch mustache from playing the flute.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to change my wardrobe to fit fashion trends because that gets expensive. And when you have kids, it's all about keeping it cheap.
Yeah, no shit. But, you know, then we get these guys that are playing Kenny G's Songbird on their boyfriend's cock and they want to tell me how I should dress. How are you going to attract a mate? Well, maybe because I'm not on Grindr pretending that I don't have HIV looking for people to push my shit in. Now get the fuck out of the way. I have to go to the old man section now, apparently.
Good God.
After Target, I went to Old Navy.
How'd that go for you?
Well, Neil told me that he went there looking for khakis the other day. And he had a problem finding any that fit him. He said there's like almost no regular fitting pants. It's all that slim shit.
Yeah, I'm supposed to play an airsoft game tomorrow. And I need to have a particular color clothing to be on a certain team. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, I'll get khakis, you know, like the cargo pants khaki that's got the extra pockets so I can put shit in them. And like a tan shirt. I'm not going to be able to do that, am I?
Is your team a bunch of Mexican janitors or what's going on?
No, it's supposed to be more like the multicam color military, which is kind of tan with like really light brown and
Desert
greens.
Storm?
Kind of like that, yeah. It's not quite because that's like more digitalized. Multicam is kind of like woodland, but it's tan woodland, so...
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's the team I'm trying to be on tomorrow, and you gotta have specific clothing. It's just like, okay, well, but now if I'm not gonna find pants that fit me, fuck it, I'm gonna be on the other team. I can wear jeans and a t-shirt, and I'll be fine.
Well, like I said, my favorite pants are a pair of Old Navy chinos, and I went there trying to see if I could strike it rich again, find another pair, and since Neil told me what a struggle he had, I knew to go exactly to the clearance, like directly to the clearance section, which I did. And most of the pants that I liked were size 42 waist.
Jesus.
I'm not a big fat fuck.
I can't fit into a 42. That's way too big.
No shit.
I could do a 36.
I'm not going to wear like a belt with 20 notches on it just to make sure that I have pants that... They're not even flattering. Then there's a bunch of bunched up fabric and you look all frumpy like you just killed a fat man and stole his clothes, tried to live his life and take his identity.
You look like one of those mid-90s rap stars.
Kind of. It's not quite parachute pants like MC Hammer. So I found a pair, and they're size 33.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck wears odd size pants?
I used to wear 33s when I was in high school.
Everywhere you go, I only see even sizes. And then I looked on the rack, and there was 33, 31, 29, 27 in an adult male.
So it goes from evens to once you get below, it goes to odds?
Oh, it's both, but they have these odd sizes that are so skinny, you would think that you're dealing with a Holocaust survivor.
Maybe were you in the boys section, the children's section, maybe?
No, I was not. I was in the men's section.
Okay.
Because boys' pants cut off at a certain teen size, and then it jumps up into the high 20s magically. Because once you get into man pants, you're supposed to have filled out some in the hips, and your balls will have dropped all the way.
Hopefully.
And then you don't want them pressed back up into your body so hard they're trying to climb back in.
So, yeah, that's the extra drop there, yeah.
I want to look good, but I don't want to feel like Caitlyn Jenner.
That's one ugly fucking woman.
I don't know. Now that she got her penis chopped.
No, I saw a picture of her today. It's just like, Caitlyn Jenner disses Trump, and I'm looking at the picture like, that's fucking ugly. There's no way.
I don't know, for a 67-year-old woman, she's not half bad. I'm not saying I'd fuck her, but she's not butt ugly.
It sounds like you just said you would.
No. I would treat her like a lady.
Not me. I can't.
I wouldn't be like, what's up, Kate? You want to go shoot some hoops? I might open a door for her and tell her that her dress looks nice. I'm not going to be like, you look really good. You want to grab some KY jelly and see how that vagina works? Take her for a test drive, huh? Let's see how much skin-on-skin burning we can take before we both decide to throw in the towel.
Such a lovely image.
Isn't it, though? But size 27 pants on a guy. You must have late-stage AIDS.
I don't know anybody that could possibly fit in a size 27. Maybe my kid, my 14-year-old.
They didn't even have like a few of them. They had a lot of 33s and 31s. It must be an Old Navy thing. Because then I went to JCPenney, and that's when things just got weird. Because I get at the door and I hook a left, and there's the men's pants, all the jeans and the Levi's and shit. Okay, and they don't have carpenter jeans anymore, unless they're in that Carhartt color. You know, that dark, almost butterscotch khaki that doesn't look good with anything.
Yeah.
And then there's other jeans, and they're super slim-legged again. And I'm just like, fuck this place. I walked across the aisle. It used to be the urban section. It's not the urban section anymore. Apparently JCPenney doesn't carry clothes for colored people any longer.
No, because it's JCPenney.
Right.
And speaking of fuck this door, I almost fucked Mrs. Number One in a JCPenney.
Did you?
Yeah, we went into the changing rooms, and we started, but I was afraid we were going to get caught because she's not very quiet. So we stopped, and she got mad at me.
Oh. You probably should just try to give you a Hummer.
No, I don't think she wanted the whole thing. So.
I'm sure she did, but sometimes we have to make sacrifices for the thrill in the heat of the moment. And if she can't keep her mouth shut, the least you can do is plug it up for her and let you have a good time. It's not like you're going to be like,
next time.
Oh yeah, this shirt, it really accentuates my... I'm going to come! Because one of the sales associates going to be like, are you all right? Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. I need a towel. Housewares is where? So they had all slim, and then I went around the corner into the discount, like, sports section. And there was this guy working there. He looked like a sex offender. He must have been 19. He was 6'3". He had a neck beard, and I guarantee you he's got some child pornography somewhere, either on his person, on his phone, or back at his parents' house in his basement bedroom in a porn dungeon. So I found all the clearance shit. And then I started looking at shirts, which I didn't need. And then I froze because there was this African guy there. Not a black guy, a fucking African guy. Like, Wesley Snipes black, still has an accent, probably came over from Uganda 3 months ago. He took his shirt off right there on the sales floor and was trying shit on. I know! I look over and I'm like, oh, well, I wonder what he... Oh my God, that's his... Okay, he's topless. He's topless, standing here with his wife, trying on shit. Just getting his body funk all over all the clothes he's trying on. And he's just standing there like, you don't give a fuck. I wasn't going to say anything because I didn't want him to, like, you know, blow dart me in the neck. That was racist and inappropriate. Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm grabbing this shirt right here and I'm fucking leaving. And I went up to the counter. And, of course, there's some lady standing half in line, half out, playing on her phone. I was just like, I'm not even going to ask. I just fucking walked around her. And then I got in the check stand line, and it was my turn, and the cashier had on about 8 pounds of makeup. Did you find everything all right? And I'm like, kind of. Okay. And then she rang me up.
When they ask you, did you find everything okay? Well, I'm at the fucking register, aren't I?
I don't know. I went home. I'd had enough. Between slim-legged jeans and the realization that elastic male cuff pants are a thing, and then having a half-naked black guy coughing fucking Ebola all over the polo shirts, I was done.
So I should just stick to the stores I like. I like going to the Airsoft store, and I like going to places to buy stuff for the boat.
Yes, because I have most of my pants I've had for like 12 years.
Yeah, I think the pair I'm wearing now is probably 7 or 8 years old at least. I don't even know if they'd make this color anymore.
They really don't. Like half-faded denim.
Vintage.
People be like, oh, I like your acid-wash jeans. They're not acid-wash, douchebag. This used to be a very available color before you all needed navy blue, almost black all the time that doesn't match anything.
Which, when you wear them in the summertime, is fucking incredibly hot.
Yeah. So you've got skinny-legged pants on kids with no goddamn leg muscles trying to knock up our daughters. But they're not going to get their pants off anyway. And you'd like to think that they're not going to be able to conceive any children because, you know, the blood flow to their crotch has been restricted by those fucking genes.
God willing.
Well, fingers crossed. I'm wearing the 33s right now. I feel like I'm wearing dad pants, like I'm a math teacher. But I don't wear jeans a lot. I wear khakis.
I wear a lot of jeans.
Pretty soon I'm just going to give up and start wearing kilts with no underwears. And hopefully the breeze doesn't catch me at the playground. Or I'm going to find myself on a banned list. Sir, you need to stay 500 feet away from the slide at all times. It's not my fault.
Yeah, please don't go down the slide.
It's because of skinny jeans. Interact with the show on Twitter at What Do We Call It? That is at What Do We Call It? You can find us on Facebook.com/groups/What Do We Call It podcast show for the What Do We Call It podcast. I'm Jmann.
I'm number one fan, Tim.
And that's the end.
We'll find a way to run this world. We just gotta make room.
Here comes Levi's wide leg jeans.
Make room.